So, John Wick. Chapter 4, right? It's the latest thrill ride in this whole action and revenge saga. But some folks might think it's the grand finale. The way the movie wraps up, it kind of hints that maybe that's all she wrote for the franchise, especially in terms of moving the story forward. But there's a twist. There could still be a Chapter 5. Before I dive into more cool stuff, do me a favor. Hit subscribe and like this video. It's a big help, and you won't miss out on any updates. I'm here every single day, talking about this kind of stuff, trying to keep you in the loop. Plus, your likes and subscriptions really help this project grow. And the bigger this gets, the more awesome videos I can bring to you. Before all this craziness in the first 4 movies, John Wick had his fair share of wild times, and these stories could be mixed in with what's happening now. Also, let's be real, it's pretty possible that Wick isn't as gone for good as it seems, which means there might be one more action-packed tale in the tank. The John Wick saga isn't done just yet, but Chapter 5 might be taking a bit longer to hit the screens than what some fans are hoping or guessing. John Wick movies are still a huge deal. They've got this dark, intense action that kind of takes you back to the old days. Now, there's a lot of buzz about this. John Wick Chapter 5 they're writing, but nobody really knows what the story's gonna be yet. And with all these spin-offs either coming out or in the works, it's not making it any clearer what's going to happen in John Wick 5. So what's happening is fans are getting creative, dreaming up all sorts of ways the Keanu Reeves series could keep going. There's this idea that John Wick Chapter 5 could be both a prequel and a sequel. Get this, at the end of Chapter 4, Keanu Reeves' character, John Wick, seems to bite the dust after some pretty brutal fights. He's buried back in the States, and his old pals Winston and the Bowery King show up at this makeshift funeral. Now, the fact that they're even planning a Chapter 5 is kind of wild, right? Because, hello, the main guy's supposed to be dead. One way they could do this is to set the movie after Chapter 4, with Winston and the Bowery King trying to deal with the aftermath of John's demise. Or they could flash back to his life before all this madness started, which means Keanu Reeves could still kick some butt in some serious flashback scenes. This approach would open the door for more intense action, especially since Winston and the Bowery King aren't exactly spring chickens. It's like a cool, unexpected way to wrap up John Wick's story without just rehashing the same old formula. But some might see it as a sneaky move or a forced way to stretch out the story. Ironically, the best farewell to John Wick might be to reveal he's not really dead after all. So there's a chance Chapter 4 isn't the end of John Wick. Here's the thing. At the end of John Wick, Chapter 4, Winston and the Bowery King are at John's grave, but we never actually see his body. Sure, he collapses after fighting Kane and the Marquis, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's a goner. Plus, there's this moment where the Bowery King asks Winston if John's in heaven or hell, and Winston just smirks and walks off. It's like they're saying, "That's all, folks." But it kind of hints that John might not be as dead as we think. Maybe John Wick is still kicking, having faked his own death to start a new life, finally getting the peace his wife always wanted for him. Remember when he tells Winston to take him home after the fight? Maybe that meant going back to his roots in Belarus. But here's the catch. John was already free from the High Table's games, so why fake his death? He'd just won his freedom. Throwing him back into the action, especially if it involves the High Table again, feels a bit forced and might even cheapen the 4th movie. A potential John Wick 5 would have to work overtime to make sense of all this. So while a Chapter 5 could be in the works, it's anyone's guess what it'll look like or how John Wick fits into it. Got any ideas, questions, or thoughts? Drop them in the comments. I'd totally love to chat about the video's topic. Hey, if you liked the video, hit that like button, share it, and subscribe for all the latest updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.